A very good morning to all the students. Uh, student, in the last class we discussed about food chain, we discussed about the significance of food chain, we even discussed about food web, alright, who eats who is food chain, whereas food web is the internetwork of food chain further. Alright, lots of advantages and even we discussed about ecosystem and its component in the previous class. Today we are going to start with energy flow. But before I start energy flow, let us quickly talk about the trophic level. Alright students, the transfer of food or energy takes place through various steps or level in the food chain, that is known as trophic level. Alright, as you can see there is a pyramid, okay, where I have already mentioned producers, consumers, different types of consumers. So the producers are at the first trophic level, you can see here. So this is occupied by the producers, these are the first trophic level. Alright, they fix up the solar energy and makes it available for the consumers. So basically the first trophic level is producers. Alright, so what is their function? That they fix up the solar energy and makes it available for consumers. Herbivores are the primary consumers, they are at the second trophic level. Similarly, this is our second trophic level, this is tertiary trophic level, okay, and this is quaternary, okay, fine. So these all are trophic level, tertiary, and then you have the third trophic level and fourth trophic level. Alright, so moving ahead, as I said, they fix up the solar energy and makes it available for the consumers. Herbivores are at the second trophic level, small carnivores or the secondary consumers are at the third trophic level, and the large or the tertiary consumers, they occupy the fourth trophic level. Alright students, now let us talk about energy flow. So let's talk about energy flow. Energy is accumulated by the primary producers. So who's going to accumulate the energy? These producers, alright, and through a food chain to different trophic levels. This phenomenon is called energy flow. Alright, when we talk about energy flow, students, the flow of energy in an ecosystem is unidirectional. Unidirectional, what does it mean? It means there is no recycling back to the trophic level. So it goes in only one direction. Alright. Like, for example, if you look at this, whenever the energy is transferred from one form or from one system to another, some amount of energy is lost. Alright. So how it is going to happen? Let us look at this diagram and then we can understand it much more better. Say for instance, we know the ultimate source of energy, okay, is sunlight. Alright, from sunlight the energy is going to transfer to the producers, then further to the herbivores, carnivores, and to the top carnivores. Alright, so what happens whenever the green plants, they are eaten by the consumers, whenever these are the green plants producers, alright, and these are eaten by the consumers, which we can say them as primary consumers. So what happens students? The major amount of energy is lost as heat. Alright, so the major amount of that energy, alright, whatever is being transferred, the major amount of it is lost as heat, and some of the amount of energy is lost as digestion. It is utilized to carry out the process of digestion and also in doing work. So some amount of energy is utilized in doing work, some amount of energy is utilized in the growth and reproduction. Alright, and major amount of energy is lost as heat. So what does it mean? It means an average of 10% of energy. Let's take an average that 10% of energy, alright, of food eaten is turned back. Alright, only 10% of energy of food eaten is turned back into its own body. Alright, into its own body, and it is made available for the next trophic level. So this can be understood very well using this diagram, and here comes our law, 10% law. 10% law was proposed by Lindman, alright, And according to this law, only 10% of energy is transferred from one trophic level to another trophic level. So the question arises, what happens to the next other than 10%? So as I have already discussed, the other amount of energy is lost as heat. It is utilized in doing work, to carry out digestion, in the growth and reproduction. Alright. So therefore, a 10% can be taken as the average value for the amount of organic matter present at each step and reaches the next level of consumer. So let us understand it with one example. So these are the producers which are the first, they occupy the first trophic level. Suppose the amount of energy in the producer is 10,000 joule. Alright, so what is the 10,000 joule? So here only 1000 joule, that means 10% of 10,000 joule. Alright, if we calculate it, so it will be only 1000 joule. So 1000 joule gets transferred to the next trophic level, which is your primary consumers or herbivores. Eventually, 10% of it, which is 100 joule, only gets transferred to the third trophic level or the next trophic level, which is again secondary consumers or say carnivores. Similarly, only 10% of 100 joule, which is 10 joule, alright, it gets transferred to the fourth trophic level, or we can say top carnivore. Alright, so this is one of the very important topic from this chapter, 10% law. Alright, thank you so much.